I'm so excited about those wildflowers. They're not supposed to be in the yard. I planted them last year, but I planted them in their designated area. And wildflowers are wild. They do what they want. And so now they're all over my yard. My husband's not very stoked about that. He wanted to mow them all down, but I was like, look, just give me at least 1 year. Give me at least 1 year of having our yard full of wildflowers, and then we can mow them down. But I just want to see what it looks like. Saturday was my long run. I did 16 miles. Me and Jake ran in the heat of the day so we can get our heat training in. It was like 85 degrees. And we did our 16 miles. Felt good, and I didn't have any issues with my knee, with my IT band, where it connects to the knee. I've been working on strengthening my hips, which I've been doing, like strengthening the hip, like every single day. I've been doing some kind of a hip exercise to make sure like the strength is not the issue. And then I've also started stretching that area, my hips and my TFL, rolling everything out and stretching it. That is a huge difference maker. If you have like outer knee issues when you're running and you're strengthening your hips and everything's nice and peachy in that area, try stretching them before you run and just like after you run anytime. That made a huge difference. I did the 16 miles and I didn't have any problems. Like I don't have any, my knees are not aching on the outsides, and I'm just like, I'm so excited about that. I almost forgot to show you my very beige breakfast. You know what's so bizarre is my 13-year-old, he's not even as tall as I am yet. I'm like 5'5". Oh, there's a turtle crossing the road. Should I show you? I don't know if you can see that. Can you see him? Hey, okay. What a cutie. So my 13-year-old he's not quite as tall as I am, maybe like 2 to 3 inches shorter than me, but his hands and feet are already the same size as mine. And that's bizarre. It's a bizarre thing to experience. He's 13. I'm like, how are you already as grown as a 33-year-old woman? But so one of the perks though of having your child grow up is that they can give you hand-me-downs. And he was at camp this past week, and he comes home with his shirt, and I'm like, dude, as soon as you outgrow this shirt, it's mine. I get it. And so it's like, it's super minimal, which I like. The front just says "Come unto Christ," and the back has like these mountains with Jesus. And I'm like, dude, that shirt is right up my alley. So he has, I'm gonna say like a year tops to wear that shirt, because he's a growing boy, and then I get it before I then will hand it down to my other child. But yeah, I guess that's one of the perks that I didn't even realize until recently, was like, I am gonna get hand-me-downs for my teenage son, which is a bizarre thing to even say out loud. Alright, check this out. This is the in-body scan, and it tells you, all the things that are going on as far as your fat, your muscle mass, how many calories you're burning, everything that's going on inside of you. So, before I started running, this was my weight. So it showed my muscle was at 62.4, fat 21.0, weight 142.2. And then I started running, and everything kind of got all over the place, but I kept losing muscle, and I was like, I am not willing to lose my muscle. And then when you lose your muscle, it shows your fat goes higher, right?
So I've been working really hard on gaining my muscle back, and today I did it. 141, but look at this, 62. Finally back up over 61, close to where I first started. Fat only went up 0.2 from all the zigzags, but even from the beginning. So I'm super excited about this. So what I did was I increased my calories. Everyone always talks about like, oh, if you're gonna train for all these runs, you're gonna lose all your muscle. And I was just not willing to lose my muscle because it's hard to put on muscle. It is so hard to put on muscle. And I'm 10 years deep into this, so it's not like I'm a newbie. It's hard when you're this far into it to like continue putting on muscle. And so I definitely am not trying to lose what I've already gained. And when I started losing the muscle, I was like, my gosh. So I increased my calories. Right now I think I'm eating like 2,700. And then I increased my carbs. I was never a carb person. I don't have anything against carbs, but I naturally just gravitate towards proteins and fats. So increased my carbs, increased my calories, and then I just like really focus on my lifting. I'm like, I have to lift heavy. I can't just go in there and be comfortable. Like, I have to lift heavy. And it's working. I'm so freaking stoked about that. I'm so excited about that. I wanted to see where I was at before I did my ultra. We leave in 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna go run 52 miles. I'm so excited about it. I'm so freaking excited about it. And to see that the whole thing makes me happy. The whole thing makes me happy. So it is possible to put on muscle while also training for a big run. And yeah, I'm just happy. I'm happy that I was able to like disprove that dang myth. For the longest time, I did not run. I didn't do any cardio for years because in my head I was like, you have to either choose strength training or cardio. You can't do both because they're going to interfere with each other. And yeah, they can. Running is anabolic. Catabolic, and then resistance training is anabolic, which means one is like muscle breakdown, one is muscle building. So there's like conflicting signals sometimes, but if you time it right, if you do it right, if you fuel your body properly, you can do both at the same time. It just takes a lot of focus. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. I almost forgot to mention, when I'm going to go home and then I'm going to eat, and then I have a 30-minute easy run to do today, which is nice. Easy runs are nice. Only 30 minutes, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm also going to roll out my hips and my TFL, get everything nice and stretched back out after this workout. Look what arrived. I got some trail shoes for Bighorn. I was going to run in Speed Goats. I like them. They're great. But Speed Goat is a little bit narrow. It's a little bit narrow in the toe box. Not so much as like terrible, but enough that I don't want to risk it rubbing my toes on this mountain run. Especially because my feet are going to be probably wet and muddy. Anyway, so we got these Ultras. Ooh, actually I didn't know which color I was going to get. I told Jake to pick between 2 different colors, so he surprised me. With this one. I told him just to nice. This is what they look like. I wanted a wide toe box. These, I actually don't even remember what they are. What are these? I don't know which ones I got. Lone Peak. These are the Lone Peaks. I tried them on in the store. I liked them. Definitely plenty of room. When you're slamming your toes into the front, I don't have the toe slam. Oh my goodness, I think one of my flowers opened. I'm gonna show y'all. I can't tell if that's a yellow butterfly or a yellow flower. I'm gonna have to show y'all. Anyways, so yeah, new shoes. We also got toe socks. So Jake ordered a pair of toe socks on Amazon, and I used them for the 16-mile run that we did on Saturday, and they worked really good actually. They're pretty thinner than I would want them to be, but still effective because I didn't get any blisters on my toes during that run. But we wanted better, thicker ones for Bighorn, so we got the ones, I think it's pronounced Injinji, Injinji, Injinji. I think that's how you pronounce it. So we got those. They shipped. I got an email saying they shipped, so I'll be getting those soon. And yeah, we're gonna be all set. Gonna be all set. We're leaving. What is today? Today is the 3rd, and we are leaving on the 14th. So close, so close. We're gonna be in Utah. We're gonna be at the Flaming Gorge the week before the race, getting acclimated to the high altitude, but also just having fun. So can't wait for that. Camping, swimming, fishing, all the fun stuff. Today for my workout, I did just a high rep range. I focused on my hips, and so I did body weight hip thrust, 3 rounds, high rep range, like 20. I did cable kickbacks, 3 rounds, high rep range, lightweight. I did some banded lateral walks, 3 rounds, high rep range, and then I did some lateral raises for my shoulders, and then I did a single leg extension just for my left side. I've got a noticeable difference between my left leg and my right leg. My left leg is smaller. Even on my in-body scan, it shows how much muscle you have per leg and per arm. And my left side is way under what my right side is. So I did some single leg extensions, 3 rounds, and I supersetted that with like a lunge into a stand. I can show you what that looked like. This is, so superset, lunge into a stand balancing, just to get the quad nice and burny. I'm gonna start adding extra work on this leg because it needs some help. It needs help. And then I have an hour run to do today. I was supposed to do 30 minutes yesterday, but life happened. I wasn't able to do it yesterday, so what I plan to do today is an hour run, and then that 30 minutes I was supposed to do yesterday for the easy run, I'm gonna do 30 minutes of 12 incline walking on the treadmill, so that I'm still getting that hour and 30 minutes in. It is a flower, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's my first one over in this area, but these ones are gonna bloom soon. Oh look, I have a pink one too. I didn't see this one over there. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm gonna nerd out on y'all with these flowers. I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness.
However, by the time I was done, I just don't have the words.
I'm not entirely sure where I left off with recording. Life just started happening and I stopped recording. I don't even know where I left off at, so I'm gonna do my best to start recording. Today's Sunday. I'm gonna do my best to start recording this whole week, and then on Saturday I'm heading out. I'm heading out to go to Colorado and to Utah and Wyoming and that whole area for the vacation. So I'll be running not this Saturday, but next Saturday, which is a crazy thing. It's so crazy. I'm super excited about it. Anyways, my bad for leaving y'all hanging. My bad for not recording. I need to get better at that. Alright, see you next time.